the UI access of the networking device. Here we are working on firewall, so of the Sophos firewall, as well as you should be able to, you should, whenever you are having, implementing new setup, configuration, or even though you are troubleshooting, make sure you have access to the CLI as well. Okay, so we are taking the access of the firewall locally with the local IP right now, so I can see the control center. All right,
Can you
from
show me how to access through CLI?
yeah, I'm on it. Just give a moment, Kalyan.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to Sophos Center and the system, I have registered the firewall with Sophos Centers. That's the reason I'm able to access through Sophos Center. Okay, so firewall is accessible with the help of Sophos Center. These are the settings that should be applied so that you can access your firewall. Okay, so if you have multiple firewall, you can access multiple firewall as well. Okay, so this would be your GUI. And again, if you want to access the GUI, we can, we can access through Sophos Center, right? So this is the encrypted URL. Okay, we don't have to do anything. Just if you remember the last session, I have clicked on registered and added OTP, right? I have just registered with the OTP.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
you can look into the previous video again. And in class, if still you are not able to make it, don't worry, those I will definitely help you guys. Right, so next is like we are accessing the firewall from outside. Okay, so whenever this will help us that if we let's say if we configure something and we logged ourselves, still we will be having access to our firewall via Sophos Central. Okay, so for the CLI, all right, you can make sure that CLI by default maybe it is enabled, but for the security purpose we will just add it the system IP. So let me see what is the system IP here. It is 17. Let me just copy. Okay, go to host and services. Okay, so we'll be creating our first object on the firewall. Right, in the class, I will explain you about different type of objects, the host and services that we can use in our configuration. All right, so it will be easy for us to configure the firewall rule and let's say IPsec and so on. So this is the first object we are creating. Simply click on add. All right, and what I will do, I will just type one, okay, SSH system. For example, you can give any name, it's fine. Or admin system you can give, but just type the IP address, it's fine, and click on save. So this will create the object. All right, so I think space was there. Click on save. So I think if you click here, you will get the object that you have created. All right, I can see that object. You can see default. We will go through this one by one, so no need to worry. As of now, let's take the SSH securely. So now go to administration, device access. So by default, it is already enabled. Okay, so it is not secure if we enable from the global setting. So this is your global setting for device access. Device access here is Sophos Firewall. All right, so if I open PuTTY application and add the firewall IP, okay, hit open, I will get the CLI access through PuTTY because by default it is already enabled. But this is not secure. Anyone, let's say if you have deployed this firewall in some, let's say in university, okay, students are very smart to get the access. So or other any employees, okay, those who are very smart, they might take the access. Okay, so better to disable it. So first let me log in here. I will log in with my admin password. So here is my CLI. All right. How we can get console of this firewall on our lab? You can simply double click on Sophos Firewall and you will get the console access. Okay, so if I just
Sorry to interrupt you. There is too much options in the web login and very limited options in the CLI mode. So, what is exact usage of this CLI for this availability.
Yeah. Kamlesh, have you ever worked with the firewall till now or
Yes,
any
I worked on the firewall, but I wouldn't need it in the CLI mode anymore.
okay, which firewall you have worked till now?
I worked on Cisco and Sophos and Cyberom.
Okay, Cyber and Sophos and Cisco's, right? Okay, fine. So in this Cyberom, or now they are already, Cyberom is now Sophos.
Yes, yes,
So in this firewall, every configuration, if you want to implement anything, everything is GUI based. Mostly all the configuration you will do, that is the GUI based. That is the reason you are getting multiple option here.
yes. That is what exactly I want to know because there's in CLI mode we have very limited options.
Yeah, the thing is that everything you have to configure from the UI base. That's the reason. If you want to enable something advanced settings, you can do it from the CLI. That will, when we finish this course, in the end you will understand everything, why we are using GUI, that is UI based mostly, okay, and when to use CLI.
Understood.
Okay, so I think graphical is most important, so you don't have to worry about the all the commands. Okay, and mostly all the part is done from the GUI base only. Some of the part you cannot configure from the CLI. Only you can enable some advanced settings through CLI, and you can troubleshoot the issue with the CLI piece. Okay, on with the help of this firewall. Okay. So the thing is that as a network engineer, you should have access to the CLI as well. Okay, not only the GUI when you are working, when you're implementing something new. Okay, let's say when you are applying some policies, creating some rules. Okay, make sure that you have access to the CLI, okay, as well as the GUI. When you're troubleshooting, you might need all the three access at once. Okay, but mostly you will be using GUI. Okay, for advanced, let's say you have applied something and that thing is not working anyhow. In that way, you can just take the logs from the CLI. So there are other options which will use this will there is a very less use of CLI, okay, on the Sophos. So almost it is done on the GUI. So
Sir,
during the class,
sir,
during
SSH,
yeah,
we have to enable in device access, we have to enable SSH, right? In
on
LAN.
the, in yeah, by default this is enabled,
Okay, fine.
but as per me it is not secure. So
Okay.
today I will show you what is local access ACL rule here, okay, so that we can access. So right now, if on this network, anyone can take the access of the firewall, all right, HTTP on HTTPS or on SSH, as it is enabled globally here. Okay, so what we'll do, we will create one rule for this system. So I want only this system. Okay, let's say this is the administrator system, and only this system should have access to the firewall. So I will click on add. You can give the rule name. Okay, let's say, for example, HTTP admin access, for example. You can give any name. Always keep the rule position on top. Okay, it's IPv source.
So why this is required right now? Earlier it was not required.
This is for security best practice.
Yeah, I think it's required from last 2 or 3 months.
I'm sorry.
This rule required for last 2 or 3 months to access the device.
But you are not specific actually, means about your doubt. This rule,
Yeah, this rule. I'm talking about this rule. Earlier, if it was not required, this is required only from last 2 or 3 months to access the device.
where exactly you are talking, where you have heard actually, I don't know.
Earlier, I was accessing my device through the WAN IP without
Mhm.
creating any rules like this.
Okay.
But now I have to create this rule to access my device.
No, it is not mandatory. The thing is that if you
Uh,
look
but
in,
uh, but right now it's mandatory. Maybe.
yeah, it is mandatory. That's the reason the thing is that what I'm telling you is that if you look into the settings after a boot, okay, so what you can see here.
SSH and HTTPS is allowed in LAN and Wi-Fi.
Yes. So that is not secure, right?
That is not
So that
secure.
is the reason you are creating the rule. That's the reason I'm adding the rule now. So it is the thing is that previously, if we are not aware about this firewall, yes, of course, they have some of them have not used this rule. So I'm talking about the local access. Yesterday, I have already just informed you that you are already accessing firewall with help of Sophos Center. That is here. It is on my browser. So I'm taking the access of the firewall from the lab to my PC right now. So this is already secure. So simply what you can do, you can untick this. It's fine. You don't have to create the exception rule. Is it required now, Amrit? If I just if I apply, okay, so of course I will not able to access firewall now, okay, from
Right,
local.
right, right.
But still I have the access here to central. So I can log in, let's say I'm on this PC, I can log in from here also. So for central, and then I can access the firewall securely. So
From
this is
anywhere. From
so,
anywhere.
yeah,
But sir,
from
in
any.
that case, if your WAN goes down, then how come we reach to firewall?
That is the reason you can always make sure that you have multiple options,
Yes,
you know.
this makes sense, sir.
Yes. So that's the reason we are going step by step. So we have to understand, okay, what are the exact default settings and whether those settings are required or not, and what are other way around, okay, we can access the firewall. So there are multiple way, right? Let's say some has only one ISP in your case. So what if you access? Yes, of course, if you lose the access, you should be able to access with the exception rule for one particular system. And also we have to make sure that IP, we remember the IP which is added here actually, so that we can add it on the system. Okay, sometimes happens that IP, we don't know on the firewall which IP is bypassed, okay, for the access. So in that case, again, what if you lose everything? So there is always console access in the end.
It means we can consider as a thumb rule.
Yep, yes, thumb rule. So today let's create the rules for safer purpose. Okay, let me. I think I'm not able to edit. I will edit from here. So I have lose, right? Now I don't have access to the file.
From central
So
you can
let's
do.
let's do. So we will create this type of scenario as per your doubt, and we will see how we can recover it.
This is from central, right?
Yes, I'm doing from the center. So now I will simply create the exception rule here. Click on add.
Rule name.
Okay, I want everyone, guys, please unmute yourself. If you have doubt, yes, you can just unmute yourself. It's fine. Okay, so I'm accessing from the LAN zone. Okay, not from the WAN. So I'm taking LAN zone, and I have created one object, right? So I will go to IP and I will select that object, system SSH for that system. Okay, and yes, destination any and service, I will say select the firewall services. Okay, so as of now, yes, to and click the action accept. So now, yes, of course, we are secure. So some would be like if they want to take the access from outside, they might create another rule. Okay, in case of Amir, right? So, yeah, Amrit. So you might have selected the source zone as WAN here instead of
Right,
LAN.
sir. Right.
But okay, don't I don't believe you should this rule. If it's okay, it's your requirement. You can create it, but you already have access to the Sophos Central. Okay, this is for LAN. So this is for LAN side, and
Yeah,
that is
actually, I don't have the super center access. Only my senior have access for that. That's why we need that too.
okay. Okay, I will in the next class. I will guide you how we can give administrator right if you want to. Just I sometime, yes, of course, in the organization we have L1, L2, L3 engineers. Okay, so how
Yeah.
to give access to different admins. Okay, so we will create few profiles and we'll give the access so you can. Okay, we will see the options and we will give the rights accordingly. So
Oh,
in case you can view, for example. So as per these settings, I have given the firewall access on my LAN side. Okay, I have not created any rule for the WAN side, but yes, of course, I'm accessing through from WAN side. I'm accessing through Sophos Central.
You have given new password, right?
Where?
Current password, something which is
Which password you are talking about?
now you have given any password after creating this rule.
No, no password.
What is the username? Oh, that is different.
Okay, if you want to change the admin password, you can come
Okay,
here.
no.
We will come here on the class. Don't
Okay,
worry.
okay, sure.
So now let me just try if I'm getting the access of the firewall. I've added the LAN IP. So it should work now, right? So it's working. So only my system will have access to the CLI, right? And if let's go to the option number 4, and today let's start TCP dump, okay, on host 8.8.8 and proto ICMP. Okay, so that pass is finished. So you now able to you are accessing firewall, okay, with the local IP on this system only, which has this IP. Okay, because the reason is I have created yes the local rule to access the firewall resources. Okay, so I have added the system IP here. If you want to add it, you can add it. Okay, there are other objects we will come that you can add IP list and range and so on. So this way you can configure. So this is your first device access rule. Okay, not the firewall rule. This is your device access rule. All right. So now I want to see. Okay, I'm in the outdated firmware version, so it's fine. I'm looking into some of the information on the firewall. So currently I can see the dashboard. All right, so let's see rules and policies first, the default one. So I have not created anything. So you can see around 6 rules are there. In lab, you can just verify how many rules are there, how many rules are active or not. Just simply verify, just go through these rules. All right, so I want to verify on which firewall rule my traffic is passing. Okay, so let me just check Google. Okay, so I think I'm able to access internet, right? So simple Google, and if I check on which rule the traffic is passing for Google, how I can check? The first task is our today we will check the packet flow. Okay, so we'll check the traffic, how the traffic is flowing. So click on packet capture. Okay, those who are new, you can go to monitor analyze diagnostic. Okay, so under diagnostic you will find packet capture option. Okay, click on configure. Okay, and just type host 8.8.8 and proto ICMP. Okay, hit save, turn on the packet capture. From the system, initiate the ping. Okay, so I will initiate the ping. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and I think 4 packets has lived, right? So internet is working.
Sir,
Yes. Okay. So click on refresh. Right. Once you click on refresh, you will get a lot of details. Okay. So what can you see here? Can anyone tell those who have already worked with Sophos? Any idea? Any input?
Yes, sir. The traffic goes from from port A to B,
Okay. So
and
as per, yeah.
this ICMP is like pinging the Google. Like ICMP is a packet to send to the Google, and net ID is 3 and rule ID
So
is 5. So we can track this rule ID and net ID in the rules and policies.
Yes, that's correct. So
from port
uh,
A, source is 172.16.16.17, And the destination is Google DNS.
Yes. So that is my destination IP I have pinged from here, right?
Yes.
So I'm just checking my existing. Okay, I'm just checking on which rule the system traffic is passing. So whenever I come across, let's say some user is telling my website is not working, I can verify on which rule the traffic is passing for that particular user. Okay, so when I ping, okay, so this is the first, let's say this is the packet arrived. So that's the reason it is
बाबू
showing
कैसे हो
00. All right.
अगर तुम्हारा ड्रम ट्रक
00. Okay.
Okay, let me just mute you guys. Okay, if you have any doubt, then you can unmute yourself. Okay, so I have just tick marked this first. Okay, so the packet which is arriving. Okay, you can see this might be the first packet. So let's have a look on the GUI first. So this is the first packet arriving. Okay, so what are the information we are getting? The time and date. Okay, the traffic is hitting on port A. Okay, and the version of the IP is 4. The IP version is 4 for IP. The source IP is 172.16.16.17, right? That is my system IP on which I am working. So if I just go to topology, this is my topology. Simply I have connected the laptop directly to my Sophos Firewall. All right, so that has the IP address. Now I am trying to reach 8.8. Okay, that is the reason it is showing under destination, and the packet it is carrying is ICMP. Okay, but I have filtered the traffic. Okay, here that's the reason I'm getting ICMP. If you just remove the filter, you might see other protocols as well. Okay, TCP, UDP, so on. Now, what I'm seeing, this is my destination IP, right? So this is the incoming traffic. Okay, you can see in interface when traffic is coming in on the port A. Okay, and these are the details. Okay, source and destination IP, type of packet is ICMP. As the traffic is coming, okay, from your PC towards your firewall, that is the reason it is showing you status incoming. Okay, and right now it doesn't have to pass through the rules. That is the reason you will always see here 0, 0. Okay, now this packet is getting forwarded to port B. Okay, why port B? Because this is the default gateway. Okay, I will show you the default gateway. So just understand, this is the default gateway. So that is the reason it is moving on port B. Okay, and it is forwarding the IP to, and it is getting netted. Okay, so that is the reason you are getting firewall rule ID too. So this would be acknowledge packet. This is the packet. So this is your first incoming, and this is the forwarded packet actually. Okay, so port B is forwarding, and that is the reason you are able to see the rule ID 5. Okay, so you see the rule ID 3. Okay, now let's just go to rules and policies. All right, and you can see the rule ID 5 here. Okay, so traffic is passing on this rule. Okay, so this is the sequence of the rule, but this is the rule ID. Okay, so now everyone are working with the Sophos Firewall. Everyone have to focus. The rule ID is mentioned here. Okay, just have a look and check the ID. So right now the traffic is passing from this rule. So this rule was created when we have booted the firewall yesterday. Okay, by default I show you the summary of the firewall. By default it will create this rule. So this rule be looking like this way. So you can create the rule. Okay, this is automatic, but if you want, you can create your own rule. So that is the reason it is giving default network policy. All right, action is accept. Okay, rule group is fine. We will talk about rule group, and if you want to give the description, you can give the description. If you want to save all the logs, okay, all the traffic, you have to make sure that on the firewall rule it is tick mark. Okay, so log firewall traffic. So all the traffic that is from LAN to WAN will get logged here. Okay, if you scroll down, this is the rule that got created automatically. Okay, I have done nothing. So here the source zone is LAN. Okay, and destination is WAN. Okay, and my source network is any. So any network from LAN zone, okay, they can come and they can go to destination WAN, that is towards the internet. Okay, and they can access any website. Okay, so in case you just mention Google, so destination is Google, then only the Google will get access. Rest everything will get dropped if it is not matching the rules. Okay, so right now we will not try it. Just have a look here. Right now, this rule is bypass rule, or we can say plain rule or full internet access rule. So this rule is full internet, okay, or we can say bypass rule. Okay, this rule we can say this is full internet access. We are not putting any restrictions. Okay, we will put some restriction today, but let's say currently I can access anything on the internet. Okay, so this rule we can say it is full internet access rule or bypass rule. Okay, so if you leave this rule, okay, so that means you will get the compliance. Okay, so there is no use of Sophos or any of the firewall if you keep this type of rule, if there is no security policy applied. Okay, so if you just scroll down, okay, so here we can apply the security features like say for web filter policy, and we can scan the traffic with help of security policies. Okay, if you scroll down, you will find another option, synchronized security. Okay, we will test this rule today. Okay, and don't worry if you are not getting anything. In the end of this lecture, definitely you will get everything. Okay, in the batch. And yes, of course, we will apply the. We have not applied the application control or web control or IPS anything. So we have not applied anything here. Just we have selected the source and destination zone. Okay, that's the reason this rule is called bypass or plain rule or full internet access rule. So if I add the system IP here, only that system IP will have the access, okay, to the full internet if the other policies are applied. So we'll test it. So as of now, this is your default rule on the firewall. All right, so let me just go to net rule. So net rule is 3. So this is the rule. So what is difference? Can anyone tell me, those who are working with Sophos, what is difference between these two rules?
सर ये जो आप बता रहे हैं अभी बाईपास का, तो इसमें ये आईपी बेस्ड होगा या यूजर बेस्ड होगा?
IP base as of now.
क्या हम इसको सर जैसे मेरे पास दो इंटरफेस है 1 Gbps और 100 Mbps, तो मैं पर्टिकुलर वीलेन के लिए अलग अलग दे सकता हूँ?
Yes, for that you have to create different rules, and you can use SD-WAN instead if you have two ISPs. Okay, Ajay, we will.
SD-WAN.
Yeah, you can use SD-WAN.
Okay.
If you have two ISPs, if you want to route the traffic for VLAN 1 to ISP 1 and VLAN 2 traffic to ISP 2, you can do with the help of SD-WAN. Okay, that is the part of the batch when we will work on this.
So third policy is SNAT. Source address, private address is translated to public address, and same way return traffic will be public to private.
Yes, that's
Third
correct.
rule.
Yeah, that's correct. But
First rule.
yeah, first rule. You mean to say rule ID 3, right? The traffic is
Rule ID.
netting with net ID 3. So this way you can verify. So this is our packet capture where I can see all the details, the source IP, destination IP, the packet flow, okay, on which. Now as a network engineer, okay, let's go to configure and see the network interfaces on the firewall. Okay, so this is our first task, okay, on the lab. So you can see there are interfaces A, B, C, D, E, F. I think around 12 interfaces are there. So you can use it. So right now we have used two interfaces. One is for our LAN network and one is our internet ISP. Okay. So if I go to Link Manager, I can see all my ISPs here. Okay, so in the lab, if you see, we will have multiple ISPs. So what will in your case, Ajay, let's say you have multiple VLAN 1 and VLAN 2. Okay, so for VLAN 1, I will route the traffic with my ISP 1, and for VLAN 2, I will route my ISP traffic with my ISP2 with the help of SD-WAN in the class. Okay, today I already shared you the agenda, what we are covering. We are just getting the access to the firewall. From Monday, yes, of course, we will be starting the batch. Okay, for the same time. So just join me and we will check everything. So whatever you want to implement, you can implement. You can first here in the simulator, you can test it, and then you can implement on your production environment. It definitely it will work.
Sir,
Sir,
where we can
sorry to
get this?
interruption.
Oh, sorry, please.
Sir, can you explain again packet tracer how to identify the route?
Yeah, I have just executed one command. You can just go to monitor and analysis, diagnostic, packet capture.
Yes.
Okay, and execute this command. Click on configure and type this, okay, in your lab or in your Sophos Firewall. So just type host 8.8.8 or any destination IP will do. Let's say, for example, networkings.com. You can type website also, but you can type this command. It's fine. Host 8888, okay, and proto ICMP. So I'm filtering ICMP packet, okay, proto ICMP as per this command. Simply just as of now practice, okay, and click on save and turn on the packet capture and just start the ping and click
And
on
how to
refresh.
what is the net ID where which this traffic passing from which rule? How do I understand? How do I?
You can see under packet capture here, Kishore.
Yes.
It is clearly, you can see here, see rule ID 5. Can you see? Rule ID and net ID. So it is taking this rule right now for this system on which I am just checking the traffic. Okay, as of now in this topology, I have one system connected. That's it. What if you have thousands of system? If you have multiple rules, how to verify? You can verify with the help of packet capture. Okay, so in the lab, okay, in the lectures, when you join the batch, we will be doing a lot of steps to understand each and every part because everything is not getting covered here, right? It take time just to complete each and every part, so you'll understand everything once this batch is over. So almost your all the doubts will be clear because what I'm showing you now, it will create. Yes, of course, you might be having a lot of doubt and confusions. Okay, that will be cleared in the class. So as of now, just look here. You will get all the details here. Okay, are you getting?
Yes. Yes.
Let's go to the network. Okay, so these are the interfaces on the lab. Okay, you might have the firewall or virtual firewall. You can look into the interfaces you have. Okay, so simply this IP we have got from DHCP. So generally, when you connect your ISPs, okay, they provide you the static IP. Simply click the static IP option. Okay, and you can add the IP address and select the subnet mask that is provided by your ISP and the gateway address. Okay, this is the default. It was created when I put the firewall yesterday, right? If you remember. So I can, if I want, I can change the name. I can give the static IP. It's fine. Okay, so yes, of course, we will have multiple ISP in next batch. We will see a lot of things, how we can, we can use this all the features. Okay, so we have the event link manager here. Okay, so let's go to the event link manager. Okay, and I want that on the lab, you just click on edit and just update this IP. Okay, if I'm not making any changes, okay, and let me just check the existing settings. Okay, I have not done anything. Okay, this is the default one once you add the IP address. Okay, when you connect the uh, ISP. So by default, you can see there is a default gateway now. Okay, so this is the default gateway. I have connected on port B, so this is my default gateway. So what is my default gateway? If I go to Event Link Manager, I can see the IP address of the default gateway here. Okay, so I can see 10.0.1. That is the gateway. Okay, and the IP address is 3.27 as of now, and /20 /8. If I click on the gateway, you will see these existing settings. So there are name, okay, name of the ISP's IP address, okay, interface IP address and subnet mask. Type we will discuss what is active and backup. So this is active ISP right now. If you have multiple ISPs, you can also set another ISP as backup. Okay, so in case one is getting failed, the traffic will move to backup ISP. But we will do with the help of SD-WAN instead of static. Okay, so we will, once we enable this ISPs, you will get about more about how WAN link manager you can use in most ways.
So
If you look into
if we
the,
have multiple ISPs, and we can make them as a load balancer.
yes, by default, it will load balance your traffic, Kamlesh.
Yes,
So
then
if you add
then
another ISP, okay, it will get appeared here and the type would be active, same
yes,
settings.
yes,
And
and we have to put their weightage.
wait is not required, just keep one. So in this case, what will
It is
happen?
very confusing. In fact, I am still confused. Like every time the support person said, you need to put the weightage there, weight there. This is this one, this weight one.
But why you are putting wait? Okay, tell me why you want what
I have three ISPs, and I want to flow the get through pass different ISPs, because I have limited WAN link of 10 Mbps and 20 Mbps and one broadband. So I want to move my maximum packets through broadband, and then rest of ILL ISP.
Okay, so in that case, Kamlesh, do one thing. Don't make any changes here as per my experience. Okay, keep the default settings as it is and use SD-WAN instead.
Okay. I don't understand the SD-WAN feature.
SD-WAN we will perform in the class actually. So as I said, Ajay was having the same doubt. So let's say for example you have VLAN 1 and VLAN 2, okay, and I have ISP 1, 2. Okay, so if I want to route the traffic with ISP 1, I can route the traffic with ISP 1 for my VLAN 1, and ISP 2, I can route the traffic for my VLAN 2 through ISP 2 here with the help of SD-WAN. Right now, actually, we have not configured anything. I will do each and every part in front of you so you
Yes.
understand everything. Okay, so once you implement SD-WAN, you will meet your requirement, whatever you are saying right now. Okay, so here in the lab, what you have to do, you have to just update the failover rules. Okay, so the failover rules, I will explain what these failover rules does. So you can see not able to ping IP address 10.10.1. So it's this. Okay, so what I will do, I will click edit and add the Google IP instead. Okay, so it will always check uh, the gateway whether it is up or not by doing the ping. Okay, so it will ping 8.8.8 every 60 seconds. Okay, to this so that it will help firewall to check the status of the ISP whether it is up or not. So this is the first task you have to do on the lab. Okay, in the production environment, you can use this failover rule if you want, if ping is allowed on the ISP side. All right. So every 60 second, it will shoot one ping. So if you just do one thing, let me just go to the CLI. Okay, let's log in. Option number 4, and I will start TCP dump on 8.8.8 and Proto ICMP. Okay, so this is I'm starting the TCP dump. Okay, so I'm checking my traffic. So as of now, I'm not getting any traffic, right, on this. If I just remove, okay, dump, I just write TCP dump, okay, I will get a lot of traffic, but I will filter it for particular 8.8.8 and ICMP, Proto ICMP. So every 60 second, okay, every 60 second port B, okay, as per the failover rule, it will shoot out the 8.8.8 ping so that to check whether the ISP is up or not. If I'm getting the reply packet back, that means my ISP is up. Okay, it will show you green. Okay, you can, for faster conversation, you can change this into seconds. Okay, so right now you can see the 4 packet has left, right, from port B. So firewall, okay, firewall is sending out this request. Okay, how if those are working with the Sophos firewall, I want you to answer. Okay, why this packet is sending, how I can know that this firewall has sent out the packet.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Please come again.
If anyone, those who are working with this firewall, can you let me know which packet is sending by the firewall for ICMP packet? What is the indication? Can you exactly tell me?
It's a just a
It,
acknowledgement acknowledge packet to be sent to my Google.
in outbound interface, the IP will be public IP.
You're almost correct. Okay, so the question is I'm asking is that you can see this packet. Yes, it is ICMP request packet out.
Yes, yes,
So our port B is sending out packet. So
yes,
the traffic is going out of the interface.
yes,
So the source IP is my public IP.
yes.
Okay, that is on my interface. If you just have a look on the interface page, okay, let's see on the interface. So this is my IP, right? 3.27. So if I
Yes.
look here, the firewall is sending the packet out to check internet is there. Okay, this is ICMP request sequence number 1, and I'm getting the in reply. Okay, reply packet back. So these are the two packets to identify my ISP is up. So firewall is sending out, and we are getting in packets with the ICMP reply. Okay, you can,
Source address is 10 dot
yeah,
something like that, and destination is 8 dot, and the return traffic is 8 dot, and destination is WAN interface, right?
correct. So these are the two packets, okay, for
Yes.
ICMP request and reply. So in case, let's say, for example, you are only, if you see port B out request, okay, out, 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 that means what is happening here? There is, if I am not able to find in packet, this type of packet, okay, you can look into your firewall also. So if I'm not getting the in packet, what, can anyone tell me what could be the issue?
Link issue.
It means your packet is not delivered to the Google server, and it may because of the your WAN your ISP your internet service is down.
Yes, correct. Or might be your ISP router is up, and your ping is not allowed. Okay, that can be also a case.
It may be because of DNS setting.
No, we are talking about ICMP packets because we are
Yes,
checking
yes.
with the ping. Okay, so ICMP packets protocol.
Correct.
So let's say if I'm request
So
is going out,
the handshake will not be established.
yeah, almost you are correct. So yeah, you are correct. Yes. So if you see this packet is going out, but if you are not able to see in packet, that means the ISP router settings are, you are not, maybe you are not matching. They are not allowed. Okay. So what you have to
Allowing
do,
ping.
you have to contact the ISP. Okay, you have to tell them to allow the protocols which are getting blocked. Okay, so it can be anything. It can be ICMP or your mail server protocols, voice server protocols. Okay, so this way you can check whether the packet. Okay, you have to check the packet flow. So here we are checking checking the ISP, right, on the GUI. Here, that is the reason we are sending the packet out directly from the firewall. So firewall is sending the packet out for checking the internet. Can you see? So every 60 seconds, it will send these two packets, okay, to check whether the ISP is up or not. Now let's see what is happening when I ping from port A. Okay, so now I'll ping from 8.8 from port A. Okay, so this is different. Let's see the packet flow. So I will initiate the ping here for packets. So I can see the traffic flow, right, on the firewall. So what is happening here? Let's see the first packet. The first packet is coming in. Okay, it is similar to GUI. Okay, right, पैकेट कैप्चर जो है हमारा GUI में मैंने बताया था. Okay, it is similar to this, right?
Yes.
So what you can see here, the first packet is coming in from port A. You can see the details. Let's go one by one. So this is the time and dates frame. Okay, this is the port A. The traffic is coming in. The source IP is 172.1770. That is my system IP. Okay, this is my destination IP, which I have pinged. Okay, and that was the ICMP echo request. Okay, sequence number 5, it's 5. We will talk about this later. Just focus till here. So this is my first packet that arrived at port A from the system. Now this packet is going out from port B because port B knows the default route. Okay, so we will talk about routing, so don't worry. So right now it already has the routing table.
Yes,
We have done
yes,
nothing. We are just
Yes,
checking
yes,
the traffic flow. So
yes.
here the traffic is going out from the port B because it know that if a dot is in the default route. So that's the reason the packet is out. Okay, and now this IP, that is my system IP,
is
now
translated to the type.
to my ISP static IP. Yes, that's correct. Okay, and then destination is same. That is still the echo request. Now, I got the reply. That is the port. I got the reply as a port B in. So now my source IP would be a.a.a, right? I'm getting reply from a.a.a, and it will go to my static IP.
When
Yeah, when. So now the ICMP protocols now is the reply packet. This is my reply packet now, which is coming in. Okay, and now port B has again forwarded to port A out. Okay, and it was to my system. So it got netted again, and I got the reply. So these are my packet flow. Okay, so don't worry, those who are not understanding. Okay, right now it's very cool, but start from here. Okay, so you will understand the traffic flow on the Sophos Firewall. Plus, you will learn the technology how actually the traffic is flowing from ingress, outgress. Right? You have already studied about ingress and egress. So in and out we call here, and this is the way the traffic is getting flowed. Okay, the traffic is getting, so this will help you to troubleshoot any type of issue, to understand the technology. Okay, those who are not working with the firewall till yet. Okay, so this way you can start. So this is my packet when I first initiate the packet. So this is the first. Okay, you can similarly, this is my second packet. Okay, because I have 4 packets, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can just count 2. This would be
This is
like
the same
3.
thing we learned in the initially packet tracer in CCNA class.
This would be different. This is Sophos, I think.
No, yes, yes, that exactly. But in detail, in depth, we can see this all this handshake. Sorry, echo request and reply and handshake
On the firewall.
packet tracer application.
You can use anything. Okay, and we are working on the firewall right now, so we know we can use multiple tools. It's fine. Yes.
Yes.
So if you have learned on the packet capture Wireshark, yes, of course we will use the Wireshark. Okay, so in some cases, if you require advanced troubleshooting, so Wireshark will help you to figure out the issues. Okay, so here also we can download PKF files from the firewall. In the class, I will just help you out how to get the uh, PKF files, okay, so that you can identify the issues. Okay, so I think all the packet, but if you see all packets are getting mixed, right? So some are, if you see port B out as a.8, that is the, you know, who is sending this request? Our WAN link settings, right? So in the WAN link settings, we have failover rule, which send the request to check the status of the ISP link. Okay. Now let's say if let's say 3-way handshake. So let's say TCP dump and type nwkings.com. Okay. Let's start nwkings. Okay, you have to type host. I'm so sorry. So this is the command. Okay, TCP dump host. Okay, I will share you the commands. Don't worry. Everything I will share. Nothing will be untouched. So like if that URL, yes, someone has about asked me about the URL. So those URLs which are not accessible, okay, so suppose related for this firewall sizing, I will provide you those links. So as of now, just type what we see if I access networking's website. So if I access, you can use any website, okay? I'm accessing networking's website. Let me just see. So let's type NW Kings here. Okay, let's go to the, now I can see a lot of traffic here. Can you see? Okay. Now let's press Control C. So once I press Control C, you will see the amount of packet that has been captured. Okay, and some are drops. So let me just scroll up first. So now what I did, I have started capturing one website traffic that is called networkings.com. Okay. So this is the command you can just type. So what is happening here? The first packet. Okay, so the first packet is coming from the system. Let me just do one thing if I can. Okay, so I think this is fine. So now this is the first packet I'm getting. Okay. So what I can see, this is my first packet time stamp. Okay. And port A, again, I'm getting one request from the system. Okay. This is the random port. Okay. Any random port. Okay. And destination is the resolved IP of networkings.com. It is getting resolved by Sophos Firewall. So that is the reason you are getting this IP. This is our now destination IP. Okay. It is working on port 80. Okay. Somehow, forget about 80, but maybe it is 443. So I can see port 80. Okay, and flag is sync request. So I can see first sync request is coming on port A. Okay, for the source IP and destination IP. Now port B is sending request out. Okay, from my public IP towards the destination. That is my sync request out. Now I'm getting SYN ACK request, right? Three-way handshake. So I'm getting the request back from the server, okay, from this networkings.com and towards my static IP. Okay. So the sync request is coming back on the port B interface. And now port B is sending the request out of the port B towards the system. And that's the reason the three-way handshake is getting completed here. That's the reason I'm able to access my website. Okay. So what is there? Here is the website. Okay, so if you want to see how three-way handshake works, okay, if you have studied, I know everyone has studied how three-way handshake. Okay, just go through again today and see the packet flow on the firewall, how it works. Okay, and also access few website which is not working and try to access what is happening when you access that website if those websites are down actually, and try to do how the packet is getting flowed. So this is your three-way handshake here.
Sir, can you share the ISO file of this firewall?
Yeah, I will share you 1 minute, Kamlesh. Okay, so anyone has any doubt till here?
Sir, I want to install the Sophos Firewall AVN, but
Installation, I will discuss, but as of now, just let me know. Did you understand the packet flow?
I was
Yeah, unmute yourself and just speak again. Hello. Okay. So don't worry, I will help you to install I don't know what challenges you are facing while installing the EVNG, because everything is there, but I will help you with the software images. Okay, today. So I want that everyone should just start with the packet flow. Those who are having a firewall access to the firewall. Okay, you can also start in your production environment. Okay, in the production environment, you can just type this command and just access one website and see the TCP dump. This is your first task. All right. So this is how the traffic is
Sir,
getting.
where is sync act and act?
Here is in act. This is the first packet.
This
I
is
think,
the
Kalyan.
okay.
Yeah, this is the first packet.
Okay.
Okay, that packet got handled to the port B out.
Okay.
So from port B, it is getting out from my static IP. It is getting netted towards my destination IP.
Okay.
So that is the sync request got forwarded to the website. Now
Okay.
I am getting the SYNAC reply back. So that is the reason
Okay.
I'm getting in on port B.
Okay.
Right? Port B was my internet, and that port B has forwarded back to the port out. Okay, to the port A. So request came for port A, right? So it just moved to the port A, and I got select request. Okay, and now I again got the request for ACT request in port A. Here it is. You can see. So this is your three-way handshake actually.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, this is extra packet. Just forgot. It's fine. If I just let me just copy this, copy, and okay, I will send you on the. I will send you notes. Don't worry. In notes, everything is there. Just you have to verify and try to understand the packet flow. So if I just open in the notepad, I will remove this packet. This is not needed. So if I just have a look here, the first packet is coming in. So this is the first packet coming in. Okay, then packet is going out from the port B. Okay, then the request is coming on port E, so out, and then request is coming in. Okay, for SYNACT. So SYN request and SYNACT in, and then that is getting forwarded to port B, sorry, A out. It is sending back to the system, and system is giving the acknowledgement. Okay, I have received I have completed the three-way handshake here. So you can look into the flags. So this is your working packet flow for working website. So if you see, let's say for example, okay, one website is not working, so you will get logs like this way. Okay, so this, let's say you are accessing a website which is not working. Okay, so check the logs. Are you getting the logs like this way? Can you see? So only the request out is going. Okay, no port B in. No in request is coming on port B. So that means right now I'm sending the request out from the firewall, but I'm not getting the request back. So in that case, as an engineer, yes, of course, you will check with the different ISPs. We'll check on a mobile. If that website is not working on your mobile, then it will never work on the firewall. But let's say in your mobile it is working, your personal mobile it is working, and in the firewall it is not working. That means you can check this log, but still you have the issue with your ISPs. So you have to contact your ISP. You have to allow you have to tell them, okay, this is the one of the scenario. Okay, there are a lot of things that coming up, so you can have a look here. All right, so as of now, so this is the packet flow. Okay, how you can check. Now if you want, you can now apply the default policies. Okay, so today we will apply only default policies. So as of now, I will allow everything, but I will scan all the traffic. Okay, I'm not blocking anything. I have allowed everything, but I will scan for the antivirus and malware and so on. Okay, simply hit save. So now if you access any website, let's see. Okay, so I have applied the web filter and application filter policy, but allow all. Okay, nothing I have applied. So if I access any website, okay, it might give me the error. Okay, because I'm scanning the traffic. Okay, so how can I remove this? Let me just go to the certificate. Okay, just go to the certificate authority, and download the PAM file. Okay, simply download the PAM file. Once it is getting downloaded, go to MMC. Okay, and go to File, Add and Remove Snap-in. Select Certificate. Click on Add. Okay, computer account you have to select. Click on Next. Finish. Okay, click on OK. So you will find all the certificates under Trusted Root Certificate 30 or for this system. Okay, so simply go to the certificate and all the certificates are here. So you have to import the certificate which you have downloaded. So you have to second click on certificate, all task import. Okay, now let's import the certificate. I will simply go and browse where I have downloaded the certificate. Okay, click on next, and finish. So we have import the certificate. Now let's close, yeah, save it. And if I access some website, maybe Google, I should now be able to access it. Yes, so now it's working, right? So if I go to secure connection and see certificate details, I can see the certificate is installed by Sophos. For those who are not understanding, don't worry. As I followed the step, just follow my step for first time configuration. Then we will discuss about what is going on here. All right. For those who know, it's fine. This is for those who will be scanning the and everything from the Sophos Firewall. Okay.
So this
And
certificate must be installed on each and every PC.
yep. Yes. Yes, that's correct. So I will show you in the lab, okay, what we can do if we have thousands of systems. All right, so it's done. So we will. I hope everyone is joining the class. So this would be the end of this workshop today.
I didn't edit in that
Sorry.
workshop. I'm in workshop only.
Mhm.
I have subscribed the course,
Okay.
but yet I am not added in that specific group you are saying about.
No, I don't believe we have just created the group, Kamlesh. So maybe I
Oh, I
think
thought it was already created. Sorry, sorry.
by Monday we will be starting the batch, so you will get all the details. And if we have not created the WhatsApp group, okay, we will add all the person in that group.
I think Monday they will gather the people and they will add. I think.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so now we will do in the next means from Monday. Okay, I will do each and every setup first. So first task is to first we will configure everything. We will keep everything on place. Let's say for example install firewall. Okay, install antivirus. I have already downloaded the antivirus exe. So one day I will just install it so that we can use for the synchronized security, and we will begin with the first module, first and second module. All right. So I want that anyone has any doubt and query, you can let me know.
Okay, so we will get the course detail in a PDF or a Word file so that we can check whether the topics are covered.
Yes, I will share you few links, okay, and notes and PPTs. Okay, so you have to follow everything. I will guide you one by one. Yeah. Okay, notes. Let me show you one format of note with that I have created. So this I will provide you guys. You can just follow that. But main thing is that if you really want to just learn firewall, okay, I want you to everyone to practice on the lab with me. Okay, you have to practice every part of this network security device, all the features with me, okay, so that you understand everything.
Sure,
Please
sir.
share the ISO, sir, please.
I'm sharing you. So this would be the notes, okay? For each part, I have created the notes. Okay, so let's say, for example, I would like to share, okay, there are many things are there. So let's say IPsec is there. So this is the notes for connecting your head office and branch office. So you will be providing each and every step here. You just follow that and it will be up and running. Okay, let's say, for example, we are connecting head office, branch office. So there are steps that you have to follow. Okay, you have to perform it. I will first perform and show you the working. Okay, all the failovers. Okay, the basic configuration, and then you have to perform the same. I will personally check the lab. Okay, if you are having any issues, configuration, if you are not getting anything, definitely I will help you with this. So I will provide you all these notes. Okay, you can go through this. Okay, with the diagram, everything is there. So this is for this, and yes, let's go to the Sophos website. Okay, so you can go to Sophos website, and those who want to install Sophos Firewall in VMware, okay, you can just go to maybe support. Okay, I think downloads and updates. You can go there, and you can download the, firewall installer. Let's say firewall installer, and you can download for VM here. Okay.
So those are also provide monitoring tool or app.
Sorry, Ajay, I'm not getting you.
तो सोफो की मॉनिटरिंग टूल और रिलेटेड ऐप प्रोवाइड करवाता है सर फायरवॉल के
So,
साथ में
which exact monitoring tool you are talking about?
I'm right now using on WhatsApp Gold.
WhatsApp Gold, okay.
हाँ उसी टाइप में क्या ये सोफोस प्रोवाइड करवाता है क्या
If that has the syslog capability, you can integrate with Sophos Firewall, syslog server for monitoring purpose. In the lab, I will show you PTRG. Okay, you can use that for a while, and you can use your own monitoring tool. Okay, if that supports the syslog server, you can add it on the firewall in the lab. In the batch, we will discuss that. Ajay.
ओके
Okay,
लास्ट
monitoring. You have to tell me why you need the monitoring tool. What is the exact requirement in more detail?
बेसिक सर अभी लास्ट 4 ईयर से मैं सोफोस यूज कर रहा हूँ मेरा पूरा
Mm-hmm.
नेटवर्क थोड़ा बड़ा है मेरा
Mm-hmm.
लगभग 2000 यूजर्स है मेरे पास
Okay.
और ऑलमोस्ट अगर लेयर टू स्विचेस देखें तो ऑलमोस्ट 64 लेयर टू स्विचेस के ऊपर अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट्स हैं मेरे पास
Mm-hmm.
तो उसको मॉनिटर करना थोड़ा भारी पड़ता है क्योंकि यूनिवर्सिटी हो रहा है मेरे पास
Dekho, I think you should today, if you have the access to the firewall, Ajay,
हाँ, हाँ,
I want you to just today you go through the report session.
ओके
Okay, under report session, you just click on traffic dashboard, then click on security dashboard. Okay, then click on exclusive report here. Okay.
ओके
So this will help you to first understand the traffic, the reports actually, what is exactly happening in your network. So first go through this, whatever you get details you are getting on the firewall, and then we will talk about syslog server later on the batch.
ओके थैंक
Okay, Ajay? Okay.
यू
Anyone has any doubt so that we can join on the class directly? Okay, you can download the installer, okay, for all. So iOS is here for hardware. Okay, for VMware, you can download from here. But yes, of course, you need the business email address that you once if you download this. Okay, for
Yes, I
Hyper-V
do.
and so on, you can download the Sophos iOS. Okay, so am I clear now? Anyone has any doubt for
No,
today?
no, sir.
So I think there are 16 guys today. They are joined, right? So they will be joining the class, right, from Monday.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys. So let's wrap up the session for today. Let's join on Monday at 9 a.m. sharp.
9 p.m.
9 p.m., sir?
Yes, the same time. What happened?
Oh,
9, you said 9 a.m.
9 p.m.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry if I just miss. Just okay. It was same time 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, it will be if we want to complete the course fast. Okay, we might take around 2 hours also sometime because we will do first initial setup. Okay, on Monday, initial setup will be like updating the, if you have the access file to the lab, first update the system. We will install the endpoints here. We will register the firewall and we will start the configuration. All right.
Sir, one request, please make sure we can cover the best industrial practices and the scenarios as well.
Of course, actually, I'm giving the notes always on the WhatsApp group which will created. Okay, or we will create sooner or later. So don't worry.
Are we supposed to provide it those documents you have just shown a few minutes before?
Okay, you can go to reports
No,
and
not
here.
not reports about reports, the notes.
Oh yeah, I will provide you some of the notes via link and some of the notes via Notion. Okay, these are the notes. I will provide you. Don't worry. Okay, in the class I will provide. Don't worry.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. If
So,
anyone has doubt or query, you can let me know. Those who are still thinking to join batch, please enroll. Okay, you will be learning the firewall. Okay, those who have just started their career. Okay, those who are experienced, they know what we will be doing. We will be simulating their existing setup and we will try to enhance their existing network. For those who are new to the firewall, okay, I want that you should start with the Sophos because you will be using each and every features, okay, which is maybe not be provided by other vendors. Okay, let's say for FortiGate or Palo Alto directly. Okay, without license you cannot use those features. So to make those feature in action, you can start with the Sophos Firewall.
Sir, I enrolled the classes.
Yeah,
So
those who have
those are.
Android, it's fine. Yeah, those who have Android, it's fine. Those who have not enrolled, for those guys.
Sir, I have enrolled. Sorry, I want to learn on 8 weeks for parallel because I have worked UTM also, but I am not
Nilanjay,
working there.
Nilanjay, your voice
Yes.
is breaking. Your voice is breaking. I'm not clear with your doubt.
Can you please share the today's session in the WhatsApp group that will help for
You
me?
will get all the 3 days recording session. Okay, the Gaurav sir will provide you. All right, so don't worry
Because I have
about.
joined today late because I traveling in various sessions, various places. That's
Anyways,
why.
anyways, you are joining the batch, so don't worry. I will not make you miss any of this part because almost everything we will cover in the batch, whatever we have
Okay,
covered in the workshop also. Okay,
okay, sir. Thank
that
you.
is already included. So we are
Okay,
because we will be again, we will be configuring this site, then this site. So this is I have just done with the simple by connecting one simple system. That's it. We don't have any topology here. So on the class, I will start from scratch. Okay, so I
Oh,
believe
okay, sir.
that no one has any doubt or query. So let's join on Monday,
do
9.
we require any prerequisite for the Monday class?
Uh, as in,
We must be ready with the VM or
no,
the setup.
see, if you have already purchased this lab, you will get this setup already.
No, I didn't purchase the lab. I will create my own.
Then you can create of your own. It's fine. You don't have to. If you want to get ready, it's fine. You can get ready. If you get the time, it's fine. But if you want to really test the firewall, and it's working, then you should, you should set up the topology, whatever you want.
Understood, sir.
Okay, but still, I want that everyone should get the lab access, because there only you will able to make, you will see the real performance. Okay, in the personal laptop, I don't believe, because I have tried many times. Okay, I have 32 GB of RAM, and still, sometimes we face the issue with the original, because these images are very high if you just upload the original images. Okay, not only for Sophos, let's say Cisco, there are other images are there you can download and you can upload it and you can use it. Similarly, you will get enough space here. But yeah, you can try on your laptop. You can one file will take around 4 GB. At least one firewall, if you install one firewall on your laptop, it will have dedicated 4 GB. It will consume that. So you have to make sure that performance of your laptop and your firewall, okay, at both at the same time. If you have 8 GB, it might get affected a lot.
So if I have 32 of GB, it will not enough
For a particular firewall,
for this lab, like you just created in a as a head office here. The topology you created a head office.
this topology, I don't believe that 32 GB is enough, Kalyan, because see, here I have two firewall. I will add more, okay, because one firewall is 4 GB. This server is 8 GB and rest of the system are 4 GB each, because these are Windows 10 systems. Windows 10 require around 4 GB at least, right?
Now
So
4
even though
minimum 4 GB is required.
even though you test connect on your VM, for example, if you install one system, okay, it will definitely create the performance issue.
Laptops will hang.
Even though you have installed everything, but yes, of course, because of the space, it will create the issue on your personal.
I want to ask one question. What is the lag timing?
Sorry.
What will be the lag timing?
I'm sorry, I'm not getting your voice properly.
He's asking about lab timing.
Lab timing.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
The lab would be like 40 hours. You can access for that time frame.
No. In which time I will able to access the.
It is 24 into 7.
Oh,
But in 24 into 7, it is 40 hours of day. Okay, it is allocated 40 hours. So we have to practice. Okay, it is enough time to practice this topology. Okay, so let's join on Monday, guys. This would be the end
Sure,
for
sir.
today's session.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for joining.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for
sir.
listening. Have a nice day. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.